All right, we're good. What's up, Troy?
What's going on, man? Had a good weekend?
I had a good weekend. How about you?
I did. I got some information, some feedback from some people, right?
Okay.
They were saying like they don't want to hear about us. Like they rather for us to just jump right into the guest instead of hearing about us.
Okay.
Anybody be, one of my homeboys told him, my sister said, there's no need to have the kid just sitting there and not having a whole conversation. So we just gonna jump right in. Okay?
Let's jump right in.
All right.
You want to introduce our guest today?
Jordan, tell us a little bit about yourself, Jordan. Where you from? What school? Position?
Well, I'm Jordan Boyd from Silver Bluff High School.
Mm-hmm.
That's your alumni.
Yeah.
From South Carolina. Play defensive end, a little bit of outside linebacker too.
Any other sports that you play?
Run track and field.
Okay.
So Jordan, man, we want to dive into your whole life story. You're still young, so that sounds a little crazy, but
a little short.
Yeah, we want to start from the beginning and just see how you got into sports. So let's talk about. Actually, let's talk about your family life. Brother, sister, mom, dad, all that growing up. How was that?
It's always been good. I had a good background with my mother and my father. Got a little sister I was telling you about earlier.
That's
just
right.
Us four living together.
Yep.
Real tight-knit family. Of course, only 4 of us in the house. Tight-knit family. We always back each other and everything we take part in. So, yeah.
Sister athlete, too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who's the better athlete?
Oh.
Well, for our classes, we'll say she a lot stronger for her size than I am.
Okay. All right.
How tall is she?
About 5'6". She pretty tall too.
Okay, because we both have tall daughters.
Yeah.
My daughter's 15. Forgive me,
right.
14. I know. My daughter's 14. Okay. So, all right, sports as a youth.
Always been in the sports.
What's your first sport? Soccer?
I don't know. I don't think it was soccer. It might have been baseball.
Oh, okay.
I did play soccer, but baseball.
Everybody plays soccer, man.
Well, at least 1 year. Tried it 1 year.
All right. So, as a young boy playing sports, were you always a step ahead of kids, or how was that playing young sports amongst people, your peers?
So of course I was always pretty big. So back then it was just relied on size, and I was pretty quick. So I could always run faster than them. I was bigger, faster, stronger. So it worked.
Do you? So you started playing baseball, softball. You play football too?
Started football when I was about 6.
Really? Pop Warner or?
Yeah, what you call? Yeah, probably Pop Warner, a little recreational football.
Did you like it?
Of course, from the jump, I liked that a lot.
What position did you play?
Coming in, I think I was playing running back.
Okay.
A little bit running back. I don't think I started playing defense until a little bit later on.
All right.
And I still mostly play offense then until I got really to high school.
Okay.
Okay, and you from Aiken?
Yes, sir.
So you played with what was the name of your team? Your little league team? You remember?
It was Silver. It was the little league team for our high school. So it was
Bullpups?
Bullpups our middle school. It was
team, yeah.
Jackson Bulldogs. That's what it was.
Jackson. So how far did he
It's
live?
not far.
Oh, it's not far?
Jackson Middle School right down the road from Silver Bluff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you went to Jackson Middle School too?
I did.
Okay, so this ain't Petticoat.
It ain't Petticoat Junction.
Not
No.
Petticoat.
Okay, so y'all from the same area.
Pretty much, yeah.
Are you familiar with his people?
I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
y'all-
I know his dad.
Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out where Jordan got this athletic ability from, because it got to be his mom. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But yeah, I mean you got Jackson, Beach Island, Aiken, New Ellerton, so it's all Aiken County.
How was Jackson to you? It seems like it's putting out some pretty good people, man. I mean, I met Troy and I met you. And, oh no, she's from North Carolina. But how is Jackson as far as the sports community? Is it a small community where everybody Friday nights are real huge?
It's huge.
It's huge. Tailgate and all that.
That's what it was last week. Friday was homecoming, so everybody was out there.
How did you fare Friday?
I think I did pretty well.
Yeah.
Instead of like last year, there was a lot of pressure as far as those offers were coming in. So I was kind of playing. I wouldn't say uncomfortable, but I was trying to do more than I should have. I was trying to impress them or whatnot. Like I got wrapped around all that attention and whatnot. This year I kind of got to relax and just play my game the way I should, and it was a really good game. I think I finished with about 8 tackles, 2.5 sacks.
Okay.
So
pass deflection too. Yeah, it was a pretty good game.
Coming into high school, I guess middle school, what positions did you play all over the place in middle school?
So like I was talking about earlier with recreation, that was when I played a lot of the positions. So running back, I know I played defensive end a little bit during rec, but then when I got to middle school, I was actually playing receiver a lot more. So outside receiver, and then I would go to tight end for a few sets, but I was playing receiver a lot more then.
So
and defensive end in middle school.
So when did you find your position, and who helped you find your position?
That actually happened more recently than anything we talk about, because that was my 10th grade year when everything started. Because 9th grade, I came into high school. I was playing receiver still. They were still I was trying to find where I was gonna fit in at. And 9th grade, I think I had a hip injury, so I missed like that whole season. 9th grade, I played up varsity, so I was already kind of thrown into the fire, and I ended up getting hurt that year. I missed 9th grade, but then I came back 10th grade, and my head coach, Coach Brian, he decided to kind of try something out with me, put me outside linebacker first, see what I could do, and then from there on, kind of just blossomed into this.
Let's talk about Coach Brian. I know I played with Coach. Good person, good coach, obviously. So, what's some of the traits that he have that you find help you out as a player, and also a student? Also, I know that's some of the stuff he pushes. Also,
well, of course, his leadership characteristics. He's the way he talks to us. He's gonna keep it real with you, and always gonna show like he leads by example. Of course, he went through the same process. He played college ball at Wake Forest, tried a little bit in the NFL and a little practice squad, but just watching him, like it's not even what he has to say a lot. It's just watching him. I actually have a class this year in his class because it's study hall, but just seeing him always working. If he's not with his family, then he's working. So it's just that drive, watching him. That's just something to look up to.
I record a lot of kids that during middle school and even rec league, they receivers, running back, and then they get switched to defense, and they always seem to miss that ball. Did you go through that? Like, did you miss having the ball in your hand?
To be honest, I don't think so. Because, when I came in the 9th grade, I played receiver in that middle school, but I never really liked it as much. I always favored being on the defensive side, just going out there and hunting for the quarterback, hunting for the guy with the ball. So when I got on defense, it felt more like I had not freedom, but just I felt more loose. I was in my comfort zone. Really, was playing defense. And
I guess on defense, every play I shouldn't say every play matters, but you have an opportunity to make a play. Is that a thing? You know, I'm asking.
You got to talk to somebody from the defense side.
Well, when you say make a play, you don't even have to make the tackle every play. Just if you do your job, you're gonna make the play. So like a lot of the schools were looking at my 10th grade year was I didn't make a whole lot of tackles. It was just what I do when I'm off the ball. So if I'm in the backside squeezing and watching backside, that boot kind of reverse kind of roll. So they see something, they want to run back to my side, then I'll be ready for it. Or if I know I need to squeeze, if there's a puller coming, I bang that puller, then my linebackers can flow and they make the tackle. It's just setting up my teammates. And then, of course, if somebody come out to me, I'm going to make the play too.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
So I'm going to talk about this recruiting thing, but I heard you say something earlier about, I'm sorry. I need to
bring it closer.
Just a little closer?
Right there, perfect.
That's good?
Yep.
You sure?
I'm positive.
All right. So we talk about the recruiting process and how it can be a strain on, especially y'all, your teenagers. And so, what transition did you make when you said that who helped you make that transition when you said you were struggling, trying to overperform for the recruiters? So how did you know that you needed to pull back a little bit?
So of course, Coach Brian, he always there for help too. I talked to him a lot, but the main person I say was my defensive end coach. Okay. Coach Jaisiel there. He was always the one. He's gonna be. He really kept it real with you. So he's gonna tell you, "Hey, dog, you doing a little too much. Like just chill. Just like do your job. That's the main thing. Of course, I've been trying to do this year, and we preach to the rest of the team. Do your job. Right. So you focus on what you're supposed to do. Everything else gonna fall into place. And like I said again, my defensive line coach really helped with that.
That's good.
Do you run track?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. You like it?
That's really what helped me thrive as a player today.
I be telling people, I preach track, bro.
You do.
I do.
You do.
Yeah. Like that's probably the best thing that happened to me because, like I said, in 9th grade I got hurt. After I missed that season, the only thing I had to look forward to was really track season. And coming back from that injury, of course, you had to gain some confidence back because you've been worried about that injury. You don't want to get hurt again. That little nervousness or whatnot. But then I was running track that year. I actually ended up running 4 relays in the state championship that year. I'm not gonna mention we did decently enough.
What year was this?
What was that? 20. So I was in the 9th grade. What's that about?
So you was a freshman. Okay.
I was still a freshman.
Okay.
But just being out there with my track and field coach and the rest of my teammates kind of built some of that confidence back up to come into my 10th grade year, and that really set it up what it is now.
So recruiting. Let's go there. You enjoying the process?
I am now, yes, sir.
Yeah. So, you said it started in 10th grade. What was one of the first schools that reached out to you?
The very first school was Virginia Tech. They called. That was in what, like March. That was a little bit after it was during track season. And a matter of fact, that's why I said track season really helped with football, because they called, and one of the first thing they mentioned was they saw what I posted on Twitter about me running. I was running a 100, just a 100-meter race, and they saw that he was a pretty big guy with some speed. They like to see that. That really helped out. They were the first ones to call.
So after Virginia Tech, then
after VT was Wake Forest.
Okay.
Coach Brian was real happy about that.
I know he was.
Yeah, called him right after the camp.
Yeah.
And
go ahead.
And this is all 10th grade.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. And so I guess it's a list of schools from that point on that you visited or that have reached out?
There's been a few reached out. So with about 13 offers now, so pretty decent amount of schools.
Okay. So you made a commitment, right?
It's a verbal commitment to Georgia Tech.
To Georgia
yes,
Tech, okay. Why Georgia Tech?
Well, for me, I want to go to school for civil engineering and architecture. So being Georgia Tech, that's one of the best schools for it. And in the middle of Atlanta, there's going to be a lot of business opportunities, meet people that are actually in that work field, and I can learn from them. And, of course, I want to go to the league, but then have that plan afterward. What are you going to do after you get done playing football, because it's going to end for everybody. So after that, that's just one of the best schools to plan for that.
Okay.
So how was the process of visiting? So even though you've committed to Georgia Tech, you still how does that work? Do other schools continue to reach out to you?
Yeah, so they still the Florida State offer was actually after I committed.
Florida State, okay.
After I committed GT, that's the most recent one.
So you want to get into the season so far? How you performing?
Yeah. How's the season going for you and for the team also?
So starting off with the team, we're 5-1 now. We just won last week, but I think that we lost our second game. That was after that. Yeah, we said we're not losing no more, so we're just gonna keep it rolling with this. Keep it rolling, yeah. Yes, sir. But I think my season's doing pretty good. Like I said, kind of relaxed more, not trying to do too much, and it's really helped out. We got a few new faces too, so it's been real helpful. Not having to try to be Superman, trying to do everything. Right. I'm trusting my teammates more. We all trying to learn to trust each other. Yeah. And it's been going pretty well from there.
This is a question we asked Jordan last week. Does anybody give you problems? Is there somebody you face on Friday nights that you look forward to, or is a
challenge? It could be an offensive lineman, a running back, or you drop back in coverage much?
I haven't much this year.
Okay.
I did the last 2 years I did, but like I said, we got a few more faces now. I don't have that much pressure as far as trying to do everything. Got to really just pass rush a lot more. But like you were saying, with like dealing with somebody. To be honest, like not trying to be like arrogant. It's just like,
nah, you good.
You good.
I really don't try to worry about anybody much. I know if I game plan correctly, I know what I do, I know the work I put in, so I'm not necessarily worried about anybody. Of course, there's going to be challenges throughout the game. If they might beat me on a rep or something, but I'm not going to let it determine the game. They might win one, I'm going to win 10.
Right.
Yeah, I get that. Man, I ain't going to lie, man. I'm impressed with you already, man. The way you carry yourself, the conversation we're having. You sound like an adult, and I'm very impressed, man. I noticed talking to your father coming in, you sound like you come from a good background, man. So these schools are getting more than the athlete, man. I can already tell they're getting a good kid, man. So that's impressive, man. You already have your future planned out outside of football. I think that's important.
That's very important.
Because I don't hear that much, you know, because we talk about that life after football.
Right.
Well, I don't know what the average age is for a football NFL career.
It might be 2.5, 3 years, maybe. So it's not long at all. Yeah.
So man, hats off to you for thinking about that.
Yes,
especially with all the attention you have, and I can only imagine being so young, receiving all this attention from everybody. So that's cool, man. That's cool.
Accolades. So what have you accomplished so far that's your biggest accomplishment in football?
Of course, we haven't got that state championship yet. That's what we're looking for this year. We're looking for that one. But for personal accolades, I know last year they had I was recognized as CSRA Defensive Player of the Year. What do we think?
Shrine Bowl?
Yeah. I was gonna mention that last, but I got selected to play in the Shrine Bowl this year. Of course, Border Bowl too. Trying to think now. trying to remember, jog my memory.
That's fine. I mean, and football is a team sport, but it's good to have those individual accolades or set individual goals and be able to accomplish some of those things.
Of course, I was selected All-State the past 2 years too. All-State, All-Region. Those. I think I got Defensive Player of the Year for my school last year too. Okay. So that's just one of the smaller accolades, but I still recognize those two. Those are big for me.
Yeah, that's good.
I know they don't want us to talk about ourselves or you, but what is the idea of Troy? It's like I've never been to Silver Bluff. you know, but you know, I've done a lot of research. What is the talk about Troy? And to me, he's a legend. But I want to hear it from somebody from Silver Bluff's perspective.
Because I don't know either, so I would love to hear from myself.
Well, for me personally, we talk a lot about Troy during track season. So
Okay.
I know I talk a lot about track because I do really favor tracks a lot. That's like I said, it's helped me a lot.
Yeah.
But we do hear a lot of the legends about you on that 4x1. We beat y'all time last year, but we got that record in the books now. But
it's okay. Records are made to be broken, you know.
Yeah, it happens. It was there for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, just having somebody to look up to that made it all the way. They went through the same thing I did. That's just somebody else to look up to as far as how I should go through this process.
Okay. So, how about grades? You
Of course, hey, ask them. We don't be about them grades.
That's good. Yeah. So you obviously you got a good backing when it comes to your parents. You said y'all support each other. So if it wasn't football, if it's not football and it's not track, where do you see yourself at in, let's say, 10 years?
Well, like I was talking about, why I selected this college I want to go to, it's gonna be being an engineer.
Okay.
That's what I want to be, or an architect. They're two different jobs, but I want to be able to accomplish both.
Okay.
What led you to that? Wanting to be an engineer? Are you what led you to that?
That was also something that started when I was young. That might have been before I got into football. It was just the admiration of just seeing things be built, a lot of hands-on stuff. I learned better in school was just being hands-on and like drawing a little bit. I did like to draw a little bit, but just the science of putting things together. Like I like building, I like to build stuff. So
that's cool.
I started with Legos as a little kid, but then when you get older, little model cars, and then once I get to in that field, possibly building like bridges, buildings.
Yeah,
man,
like
that's cool. That's real cool, man. That's impressive, man. I mean, I wish when I was younger, the things I liked to do as a child, I wish I was able to realize, I like
that. Right. How you can use them when you get older.
Yeah.
Yes, man. I think that's impressive too, man. Man, you just you the right one, bro. I'm impressed, man. Any more questions?
I do. I got sacrifices, so I know football takes a lot. I know when I was in school, I sacrificed, friends and girlfriends. Name something that you say that you sacrificed to make yourself better, to stay focused on football.
So of course we'll start off with like taking care of my body, sacrificing a lot. Don't drink sodas anymore. Like to cut out a lot of sweets. Drink a lot more water and lots of electrolytes and stuff like that. Liquid IVs, I drink a lot now.
Okay.
As far as like,
what about relationships? You got a girlfriend?
Not anymore, no sir.
Okay. Is there a reason behind it? Is it because I don't want no girlfriend so I can focus more on myself, football, class, whatever it may be?
I wouldn't say it was never. She never really took my focus off anything. We broke up.
Just
now.
a decision. Okay.
There's just something that never took my focus off anything. But as far as like relationship goes, I don't have any that hindered me too much. As far as I never put them above what I wanted to be in life. Besides my, if they weren't my parents or my sister or my grandparents, I wasn't gonna put them above what I wanted to accomplish in life.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I guess you could say I wouldn't call them sacrifice. I never really wanted to go to many, but like parties and stuff. I don't really like to go out a whole lot if I'm not working out or something.
But if you're gonna be in Atlanta,
I'm gonna say that's.
if you're gonna be in college, it's bound to happen.
It's bound to happen eventually, but when I'm about made it there then. But I still know I got pretty good self-control as far as that goes.
And so when you got to college, did it throw you off track at all? Like,
it did.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it did. I mean, not the social life, but more of the just learning part. Because for me, it was, like I said before, to go from a small school like Silver Bluff and go to, University of South Carolina and 20 people in the class, then you have 300 people in the class when you go to college. It was just, the learning was different for me. I had to, pretty much learn how to learn in that class setting. So yeah.
Oh, another thing I want to ask about is competitiveness and the want. Like we talked to a couple of kids and grown people, and I was curious about. We talked about our kids and that want. So we talked about your upbringing.
Yeah, my upbringing is totally different from what my kids' upbringing, obviously. So my want to was way different than theirs. They got to find something different. Like, is it the passion for football or track or volleyball, whatever it may be? But they want my want to was to be able to get out of the situation I was in. my kids don't ever have to worry about being in a bad situation because of what I went through. So what is your want as far as a kid? I mean, it could be the love for football or to a goal you got accomplished. So, I mean, what's your want to?
Oh, well, of course, I wouldn't say it was just to get out of any situation.
Mm-hmm.
I've lived with my parents. They've raised me pretty well. They've done a really good job.
Good.
So it wouldn't be trying to get out of anything. It's just I just found a passion I have for it. That competitiveness. I'm a pretty competitive guy, and just the want to win. I'm not gonna do something if I'm not gonna be great at it.
Right.
So now that I've been on this journey, I'm not gonna do it all for nothing. I want to win. So if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go all the way to the top.
Do you remember? I guess it may be a question for Pops, but were you the kid that if you did lose a Pop Warner game, it would eat you alive? Like we talked to Shonda about that, and she just wanted that. She just wanted to win. You know,
it really does. Like when I was playing back in rec league, we went one year. We was undefeated. We lost one game. Like we were beating everybody else. We lost one game, and we wasn't even like it ruined our chances. It wasn't like a playoff game or anything. It was just one game we lost, and I was destroyed. So next week we went and blew the next team out. But I was still thinking about that one game we lost. Even all the way up, we ended up playing them again in the little rec championship or whatnot. So we had to go ahead, had a little get back for them.
Man, that's the part.
Again.
That's the part I think is hard to. I don't know if you can teach that.
Yeah, and Shonda said is more. I think about growing up and understanding that. Because we talked about our kids when it comes to especially my daughter. Like she gets emotional, she's competitive, she making mistakes, she thinks it's the end of the world. But you still got 2-3 more sets of volleyball. Come on, just suck it up and go. Make a mistake and just keep on moving. So
and fight through it.
Yeah.
That's tough.
It is tough.
That's something I dealt with a little bit too last year.
Yeah,
I've gotten a whole lot better with that as far as facing adversity.
Right, because adversity gonna come. I mean, you playing 60 plays in a football game.
You're gonna miss one.
Something gonna happen. Yeah. It's bound to happen.
You said it took a lot of time, not a lot of time, but to come back from the injury, get that confidence. So is that confidence back, would you say? Or
I'll say yes, sir.
Okay.
Like I said again, not an arrogant confidence, just
talk your talk.
Yeah, you good.
just the confidence to know what I've done, what I've come from as far as, of course, that injury, bouncing back from that, that's always put a little bit of a chip on my shoulder. Missing that first season, feel like I was behind the curve a little bit. So now I'm just playing like it's gonna be my last game.
Yeah, and sitting out a whole season, man. I know some kids who would destroy them.
I tried to come that same season. I tried to come back. I ended up aggravating the injury because I tried to come back by 2 more times that 3 more times that season.
Just wanting to be out there.
Just wanting to play. Just one game.
Yeah, I mean, I think that hurts a lot of people, that not knowing when to take the time off and heal yourself. Like you talking about, you only worked out two days last week. Mm-hmm. Because your body or whatever it may be. So I mean, you just got to know when to step back and assess and take care of yourself in the off season and do different things of that sort.
Another thing is impressive, your diet and how you. I couldn't eat to be that young and knowing that. Well, maybe you don't know it, but when you're younger, you can consume pretty much. I shouldn't say that.
You probably consume pretty much anything.
Anything, and it won't show.
Be fine.
Yeah. So to have that discipline, is that tough? Is that?
You want a Coke and a Sprite or something.
And when you do make the decision, is it because where you want to go as a football player or where you want to just be as a person?
Well, for me, I base a lot of my lifestyle off football. So especially in season. But like you were saying with the Coke and stuff, I haven't touched a soda since 8th grade when I started running track.
Okay,
that's one of the first things Coach G preached to us was take care of your body. But of course, I still have the miss ups, want to eat something sweet every now and again. But how I try to balance that is drinking a lot more water.
Right.
If I'm gonna eat something sweet, all I'm gonna do is drink water that day, and then I do have I cramp up a little bit.
We talk about cramps too.
Man, that's really one of the reasons I missed the second game we played. Mm-hmm. I really haven't even played that game. I played maybe a quarter, a full quarter, because I had to come in and out. But just after that game, I took it a lot more serious as far as it goes, just taking care of my body a lot more. So it wasn't necessarily a defect of me not doing the right thing, just doing more than I was doing. So I drank a lot of water. But the other thing the doctors were telling me I was missing was a lot of those electrolytes I needed. Right. So now I drink a lot more liquid IVs, a little bit of Powerade, but those still have a lot of sugar in them too. So balance that with some water, and then just taking just some supplements like the zinc, your magnesium, and potassium you need. Take those too now.
You didn't have any of that when you were
No, I didn't. Well, we was eating whatever.
Yeah, so, I will say when I eat, I eat. Man.
You eat?
My mom, whatever my mom cook or we get something, I'm eating.
You gonna
so.
eat? Yeah.
Now we want to talk about something outside of football. Things.
What hobbies you have outside of football? Video games.
I play the game a lot. That's like I said, I don't do a whole lot outside of football.
Right.
So like, I'll play the game if I'm hanging out with my
What
friends.
you playing though? What game you playing? Don't say Madden.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm terrible. At
I am too.
Really?
I'm great at football, but when it comes to playing Madden,
I'm with you.
it's something about it. I can't score. Like I can call defenses on Madden, but if it comes to scoring, if I stop you, the game going in by 0-0 unless I score on defense.
Right.
Do you think y'all bad at it because y'all trying to apply the real game to the game?
Oh man, there's people out here that take that stuff serious, man. I mean, I can be decent, but it's not as good as some of these other kids out here, man.
I used to play back in the days, but as I got older,
So like every game, if I win a game of Madden, it's probably like 14-13. I stopped them on the field goal.
Yeah.
I stopped them kicking the PAT.
Right.
I couldn't imagine having Madden back in the days and being able to play with my friends from the house at any time. Man, I would be on that game all the
day,
time.
yeah.
All day.
That's how we play 2K a lot. A little bit of GTA maybe.
My son claims to be the GOAT on Madden, so
You ain't played them yet?
nah, I got to keep my record clean from 08.
We played them back then, huh?
Yeah, when I used to make them cry when I win, I want to keep that.
Keep it, huh?
Yeah.
He used to beat up on me when I was younger playing Madden.
Got to keep them dubs. Does he step on the game anymore?
I ain't played him in a while. But I don't think I want to. After the little memories from playing Madden, then I don't think I want to play.
Any more hobbies outside the game?
Yeah. I mean, I like to play basketball a lot too. Like a lot of things I do is gonna be me working out or something. But like hooping with my friends a little bit.
I don't think I asked you. Y'all,
No. Basketball, no.
well, country boys, fishing, hunting.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Oh, that's part of life for you.
I know because my grandma raised hogs, chickens, and stuff. I mean,
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so not really fishing, but we swam in creeks, and
All that, yeah.
all the
Life.
country stuff, right?
Yeah. Are you?
See, I was that country. I ain't
Oh,
never been. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never been hunting or fishing. I wanted to go fish with my granddad. We still ain't went.
man, I only been fishing once or twice in my life. I've never been hunting. Most of my family has, but I just never got into it, man. What else you want to get into?
I will.
You got any questions or comments on anything you want to say or ask?
I don't think I do. I was gonna add another thing, of course, with me, like with hobbies, is I do like to take a lot of time watching movies too. That's something I enjoy.
What's the last movie you watched? Barbie?
Nah, this was.
You ain't watched Barbie?
I watched the old movie. I think I watched Pulp Fiction the other day.
Okay.
What's your favorite movie? Do you have one?
Uh,
You can say 2 or 3.
that one would be a little hard. I always do. Every time somebody asks me this question, I pick more of like a movie trilogy. So like, there's like, I watched Star Wars, so I like the,
Okay. Yeah.
I liked all the Star Wars movies except for like the last 3.
I'm with you because they just remade the original ones to me. I didn't like the newer ones.
The last 3 was they kind of just took the fame that they got from the ones before that and tried to remold it with some young, like new characters that's all related to them, and it didn't really go to. I ain't really like it as
I'm
much.
with you. I ain't like it either.
But when I was younger too, I was a kid. I like watching Transformers too. That's one of my favorite
oh yeah.
trilogies. Those Michael Bay ones.
Oh yeah, those good movies.
Shoot, I'm trying to think. Favorite movie though. I don't think I could pick like a soul movie right now.
Just because probably you're a fan of movies. You have a favorite movie or movies or?
My favorite movie is Gladiator.
It's not the one with.
I love that movie.
That's not the one with Gerard Butler, is it?
That's with.
That's 300. I'm thinking about 300.
Yeah.
That was good too. What was his
I
name?
did watch Gladiator because that's the one then his brother ended up like not his brother, but his dude ended up killing his dad and taking over the empire.
Yep. What was that?
No.
Russell Crowe? Yeah,
Russell Crowe. That's
the dad was the king and his son killed him so he could take over.
He killed Russell. The king killed his wife and child. Then they put him in captivity, and then he became a gladiator.
Oh, so the dad just died.
Same movie, because
So
the dude, before he became a gladiator, I remember this one because it was like in a war. It was fighting a battle, and the king was he was about to get ready to die anyway. And he actually the guy who plays gladiator,
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe. He was finna become the king. Basically said, I want you to take over once I die. and his son didn't like that, so
right.
he killed him.
Yeah,
Right.
son
And then
suffocated.
cast him out. Basically, cast him out. He became a gladiator.
So maybe it ain't my favorite movie. But anyway,
I told you I got a little free time. I watch it.
That's a good one. I like that movie.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know if I have a favorite movie, man. Probably. I mean, I can watch. I like Life.
So Eddie Murphy and
Yeah.
Martin.
I feel like they should have got an award for that movie.
They should have, man. They had so many characters in it too.
I know, man.
Yeah.
Man, I love that movie. But also, like, on my nerdy side, Interstellar. I like that movie. Y'all probably never.
I heard of it.
I heard it. I don't think I
watched
ever watched it.
Yeah.
It's out there. It's out there. But I enjoy that movie, man.
Okay.
All right.
You got anything?
No,
You
sir.
good?
I think I'm good.
Daddy, you got something?
Tell them about college life.
Oh yeah. This is Justin. I mean, the college.
I should ask about that too.
Yeah, the
Getting ready to
college
go.
life, man, it's going to be a lot different, especially going from a small town like Silver Bluff, and you're talking about going to Georgia Tech. Time management is the biggest thing. You know,
That's
being
something
able
I focus on now too. I gotta get better at.
practice, going to classes, and being a freshman, you'll probably have study hall. It's a life on your own. Your parents not waking you up. You're getting up on your own. You making sure this paid for school, whatever it may be. Making sure you eat 3 meals a day. So it's really teaching you life, pretty much. So, and that's how I looked at it.
So,
We're just getting prepared for when I do graduate. Preparing for real
Yeah,
life.
the real world. Yeah.
so in that college life, do you have to find time outside of the team's time to work out and get better? Is that something?
What I would say in the off season, yeah, but
Okay.
the normally in college ball, they'll have an off season program.
Oh, okay.
So, and I didn't want to do the off season program. So what I did was I ran track. So I did track and football for
For USC.
half a year for USC. Mhm.
Okay. I didn't even know you could do that because
I mean, I don't know if you can do it now because you and the reason why I stopped because you got to understand that just like you put in your work for football, you know, year round, you
Track-
got
the
they
track-
do the
they
same
doing that
thing
all year round,
So there's
too.
no way I'm just gonna go out there and beat somebody who's been
working for this all
working
year
for the
long.
right.
Well, from picking Carolina, what was one of your biggest pros for picking Carolina? Well,
Just being close to home for sure.
okay.
That was definitely one of mine
Yeah.
too. Because a lot of the schools that was talking to me over there, like in the Midwest,
Yeah.
I did not like that.
Yeah.
Anything you wish Carolina offered from picking them? Something.
Man, what they should offer was what they got now, man. I go back to the school, man, it's completely different from when I was there. I keep asking myself, like, what made me come to Columbia compared to what they got now? I mean, just to study out, you know, the facilities and, I mean, bro, they got, you know, people cooking for them whatever they want, and they just spoiled. They spoiled. That's what it is.
The money rolling in.
It's
Man.
It's rolling in. So NIL. So what do you think about NIL?
Personally, I like it.
Now, you said personally now. So what you mean by personally?
I mean, it's just like my personal opinion. 'Cause
Okay.
I know some people they might not agree with college kids coming in that young or whatnot, making money off of playing for a school. But I really didn't really see like anything bad about it.
I mean, I don't either. So
Because I used to wonder like why couldn't college students get paid while they were in school? Because I know a lot of times there was like where they get in trouble for something like that, and now they're starting to make it a lot more common as far as like those NIL deals go.
yeah,
Especially with the type of sport it is. Like,
I'm putting my body on the line
Right.
all
Yeah.
week long.
I mean, completely on the line.
and a scholarship ain't enough.
No.
Not for me going out there, you know, hitting and
Nah.
being hit. So yeah,
I mean, it's not to downgrade what a scholarship means to a kid, but
it's not enough.
man, y'all putting your bodies on the
Right.
line. I mean, and you never really know the effect, honestly, until who knows when, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's a good idea, man.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened a long time ago. Now I'm confused what stopped it from happening a long time ago.
You know, I think the biggest thing is just being able to sway a kid whichever way. So with colleges being able to pay you, I
No,
mean,
whichever
all right,
one offer more,
right?
now you-
Whichever
like, wanna
you gonna
sway
go,
to go there.
yeah. So that's a kid like me coming from nothing. You offer me $500,000, and somebody else offer $750,000. I'm gonna pick whichever one the most. You know.
Now I'm gonna play the other side just to play it.
Okay.
Are you concerned with competition level, or either one of you with the NIL deals?
Oh, I don't think it'll hurt it.
Okay.
I think it more because I'm thinking it's going to be more like an NFL contract. I would think to being able to tell a kid, you come in, you get 10 sacks in a season, we'll pay you whatever. I think it's going to end up coming down to that. So I don't see it being a problem with competition. I don't, because you still got to go and perform.
True.
They're not gonna
and
pay
play.
you if you're not performing.
Right. So that's how I look at it.
And another question for y'all: what do y'all think that does to the other teammates? If you have a star on your team who's probably a millionaire, and will that bother the other teammates? Just your opinion, just based on.
You go ahead.
Well, like I said, with that competitiveness, me personally, if I'm seeing them getting paid like that, I'm working to beat them. So I want that too.
That's a good answer, bro.
And it's just like just like a job. So you get, especially if you getting paid off your performance. Yeah. So if you perform, if you sell enough houses, if you're doing your job, doing your work, you're gonna get the compensation you deserve.
I remember a conversation earlier. I was watching something or listening to something. They said that they would take whatever that top earning kid gets and kind of spread it amongst players.
I don't think no.
Okay. I mean, I'm with y'all. I don't think that's.
No. And I think some schools have that in like a collective, so in an NIL deal. So instead of somebody getting paid more to get the same amount, I think Carolina had something like that. I think it's the Garnet Trust or something, to where they get paid. All of them get paid. The money go in one pot and it gets spread out evenly in that sport. So I see what you're saying. But if I'm somebody that's making I'm $1 million and you got somebody making I want my whole million.
I'm not going to share it with you.
Right, because you ain't doing right. I feel, yeah.
I mean, could you see this affecting people even wanting to go to the league?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because why leave school early when you're already making millions of dollars? Just get an extra year, right? That means you're more prepared, and it's and you can better off your draft stock or whatever. So that's how I look at it.
If anything, it might make it better, because if you want to stay another year in college, you actually finishing your degree instead of trying to rush it. Now you leaving college, you might be league bound, and after you graduate and you go to the league, you got a degree.
Yeah.
Instead of rushing it, playing how many years you got to play? 3?
For what's that?
I think
just to be league eligible.
It's just
3.
one.
Oh, just one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The average life is 3. So you play one full year. I think you should be good, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but
it was 3 back when I was playing. They done changed up some stuff now. So
I mean, I'm surprised it's even the minimum or anything. It's probably a good thing, but
it's 3. Oh, okay.
Oh,
still
3.
3. All right.
So that's crazy to me too. But it also could be good for the kid. I don't know. What do you think about 3-year minimum? If the NFL is a job and you finish high school, why should there be requirements for you to get into the league other than just trying out?
No, so I'm confused now. So what was the question? Is that how many years you got to go
to college?
Oh, it's 3 years. I'm thinking about being.
Oh, you're talking about like being in the league.
Being in the league.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I was talking about being like a considered. All the benefits you get.
Okay.
I got you.
I was
it's 3.
Playing.
Yeah, it's 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about why would they have a minimum years to play in college to get into the league?
Because some of these kids, they just them grown men.
True.
That's a big jump.
True. I get that.
I mean, it's different in basketball, but this some of the people that you see and you got to deal with, bruh. Going from talking about a senior in high school.
That's right.
Going to play against an offensive tackle like whoever, one of the best. I mean, bruh, it's a big difference.
So is it 3 years?
I don't want to get hit by Trent Williams. I'm
just saying, right.
I don't want that problem.
Is it 3 years in college or just 3 years?
3 years. So you can get a red shirt and leave as a red shirt sophomore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to go to college. You can play overseas 3 years, then come in the league after that.
But they probably ain't gonna want you though.
Okay.
You got to be something different to go over.
Got to be special.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the 3 year minimum is not something you're getting around too easily.
No, you're not. No, it's 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it's not a bad thing. At least they didn't get paid now.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. All right. Any more questions for Troy? Any more questions for Jordan?
I'm good.
I'm good too, man. Hey, man, it was a pleasure talking to you, man. You carry yourself so well, man. I think any school would be happy to get a young man like you. And man, I'm looking forward to seeing you. Hopefully, I can catch you this year, but man, my schedule is crazy, so I'll try to do what I can do. But man, looking forward to see how your future goes, man. And
yes, sir. Thank you.
We done.
Good job, bro. You did good, man. You're good, man.
Real good.
Try to.
No, you ain't getting it from your daddy. I mean, I'm just saying.